Hey, me and Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. Hey, me, Matt and Killer Kyle here, Wheels of Fury, and yes, it's time again for another pay-per-view. We're talking about Fastlane, and holy shit, man, I can't wait. It should be fun.
You know, it seems really interesting that we're talking about this again because, well, doing a video like this is basically what started Wheels of Fury for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going on 3 years now. Haha. Jesus Christ.
I know, right? In fact, I'm not sure when, but I think like last Sunday or roughly, it was the 3-year anniversary of Wheels of Fury. So coming up
March 4th, which is when I lost my grandfather 11 years ago. But yeah, basically that was our Wheels of Fury and the first episode, and man, was this a ride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even when I was in the hospital, I should have actually gave you some information to do Wheels of Fury. Talk about it by yourself, but you also have a channel on
True.
your own, so you know, whatever. But yeah, I can't wait to see I think there's a lot of changes that might have been added to this show. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
But yeah, I can't wait. I mean, obviously it's gonna be a different main event, but
yeah,
we'll talk about that in a bit. So we're gonna start off with the pre-show. We have the New Day versus
Nakamura and Rusev.
Yeah. And what do you think of Rusev's new sudden change?
As a face, and winning the United States Championship, and then to have him lose it to R-Truth, and he starts beating up Truth, and then Nakamura comes out and starts helping Rusev beat up Truth, and it's like, okay, you made Rusev a face, you started to go with it, it was working out really well, and then you have him beat Nakamura for the United States Championship, only to have him lose it like the next night or a couple nights later to R-Truth, and then you immediately turn him a heel is like,
yeah,
kind of didn't make sense.
No, and it's funny to me because you really want to push a guy as a face, then leave it that way. And
Yeah.
I think that Aiden and Rusev really had a good thing going as face tag team.
Yeah.
But then I guess Aiden decided to turn on Rusev or whatever, and there it was. So that's fine.
That was short-lived.
That's almost like a Cass Enzo thing.
Yeah.
You know, one guy turns heel and then the other guy will turn heel eventually.
Yeah.
But they're not a team. So Aiden's on 205 live commentary, you know, so it's like Rusev is now teaming with his rival Nakamura, who I wish didn't turn heel himself, but
Yeah.
he was a good heel in Japan, so to speak.
Yeah.
Then you have the New Day. I don't even know who's wrestling. Is it Xavier?
I think it's Xavier and Big E.
Okay, so I mean, it's gonna be an okay match. I just don't know. Like, it's kind of one of those things where
Yeah, there wasn't really any build-up to it, or starting of a rivalry per se. It's just kind of put together.
yeah, that's how it is nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, who do you think's gonna win this one? Because I mean, I don't really like Rusev and Nakamura together.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. It was just thrown together at the last minute.
I know.
You know, and they were feuding. So it's
Yeah.
like, so I don't even think that I want that to happen. I think I want the New Day to go over.
Yeah. I mean, in the case of when they were teaming on R-Truth, it was kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Now that Samoa Joe is now United States Champion,
Yeah.
that kind of goes by the wayside, and so they're just gonna kind of. Well, it seems like they're keeping them as a tag team and putting them in the tag division and just kind of going with it essentially.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I know that. And it's finally time that they put a title on Joe. Because,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
you know, he fucking needed one. But if it's going to be like Nakamura, or that's all they're going to give him, then I'm not sure what's going to happen. So,
Yeah,
I'm going to say New Day. I think I've already said that.
yeah. I'm gonna go New Day as well. Just like Nakamura and Rusev are a good team, but I think Big E and Xavier can do better as a team to overcome the odds that are Nakamura and Rusev and win.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. But yeah. I should say overcome the obstacle that is Nakamura and Rusev.
Yeah, for sure. We now go on to another interesting rivalry. Is Andrade and Owens? Yes, I'm gonna say that because it's fun. Versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. This rivalry has been a really, really good one.
Oh yeah, you got two luchadors. You know, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially Zelina. I mean, holy shit, does she go?
Yeah, like she doesn't get involved in matches very often, but times that she does, it's like, wow, she's incredibly athletic.
Like a mini leader. But,
Sort of.
yeah. It's very cool. I am looking forward to this match. I don't know if it won the last one. So it's like, I don't know if it's back and forth. I don't know if it's like... So, I mean, I can't even remember. But I think that it would be interesting to see Ray win a match.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that he has returned to the ring
Yes.
and looks... Well, he looks really good. I was going to say buff as shit, but it looks really good.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna say Rey Mysterio on this one.
Like, you compare how Rey looks now to when he came back a few years ago. He dedicated himself to getting in shape, and he wanted to feel better and be, I guess you say, faster in the ring, and still be able to keep up with people that are, well, significantly younger than he is. And he managed to do that. I mean, there was a Celtic Warrior workout. By the way, shout out to Seamus. That's his YouTube channel. And,
Oh,
yeah, him and Ray were at a gym in Florida, I think, or something like that. And Sheamus was talking about Ray coming back at the Royal Rumble and being in good shape and all this other stuff. And Ray basically said, yeah, I did it because, I wanted to feel better. I wanted to still get in the ring and perform. And I wanted to be at my best when I wrestled and competed. So he started working out differently. I believe he got a nutritionist as well, and really devoted and dedicated himself to a better, kind of healthier lifestyle. And the result was really amazing. Like, when he was in WWE a few years ago, you could tell that he had a bit of a bigger belly, and his muscles weren't as defined as they are now. And one of the things that really kind of helped him with his in-ring performance and kind of a stamina standpoint as well, he started wearing one of those. It's a mask that kind of not really restricts your breathing, but kind of makes it harder to breathe, so you work more and like build up and develop your lung capacity, so that way when you're with that,
I need to buy that.
yeah, when he's in the ring and you go 15, 20, 30 minutes, you won't fatigue as easily. But anyways, getting back on track here. This rivalry has been a really good rivalry. Both Rey Mysterio and Andrade are very good competitors. They have that high quality lucha style, and to be able to kind of feed off of each other and work well in matches against each other, they've done very well. I'm interested in seeing how far this rivalry goes and where they're going to take the rivalry. I'm going to say, I think I'm going to go Ray on this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I was just gonna suggest you want to go way back to your Mexican heritage. Hair versus mask.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you could see, Andrade's hair is like really long. Well, not really long, but it's long enough.
He almost has a mohawk, but it's not narrow enough to be a mohawk, and it's a lot longer.
Right?
But yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna go on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match. The triple threat.
You got the current champions, the Revival, the newly formed team from NXT of Aleister Black and the one and only Ricochet, and the former Raw Tag Team champions, Chad Gable and the glorious one himself, Bobby Roode. And this match came about kind of in an interesting way because the Revival won the tag titles from Gable and Rude. And because there's this new rule, I guess you could say, about no rematch clause, Rude and Gable were kind of upset that Aleister Black and Ricochet got a tag title opportunity before they did.
Yeah.
And of course, Ricochet and Aleister having only been on Raw for like 3 weeks and, had some fairly good matches. Then get a Raw Tag Team title opportunity against the Revival. Rude and Gable were like, well, hey, what about us? We deserve an opportunity too at the Raw Tag Team Championships. So anyways, match goes on. They're going back and forth. Revival and Black and Ricochet. Better not get that too mixed up. They're having a really good match. Rude and Gable are on the outside watching, kind of observing what's going on. And at one point, it was either the Revival or Aleister and Ricochet. I think it was Aleister and Ricochet were on the outside. Gable and Rude decided to get involved and start beating up on Aleister and Ricochet, and that caused a disqualification. Which brings us to where we're going to be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Triple threat match.
Yeah.
And it almost seemed as if they're making, I guess, Rude and Gable a heel tag team now, I guess.
Really?
Well, just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. You look at Rude and Gable and it's like, okay, they fit as a tag team.
Yes.
When I saw Finn Balor and Ricochet as a tag team on Raw,
That was good.
That was very good. And then I saw Aleister Black and Ricochet, and I'm like, Aleister Black is a singles wrestler, and he should stay a singles wrestler.
True.
There's no reason why he should be in a tag team. At least right now, but it's not terrible. Like, I can see Ricochet and Aleister Black as a tag team. It's just, I think it's too soon. I think that Aleister Black needs to be a singles wrestler. Maybe have a championship match at some point.
Yeah.
But, then you have the Revival. The Revival have been taken seriously now as the tag team champions. So, let's keep that going for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe have a match at WrestleMania against who knows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too soon for them to lose the titles.
Yeah, it's too soon for them to lose the titles. It's not really time yet for Aleister and Ricochet to have the tag titles on the main roster, and I think if you're gonna have Rude and Gable as a heel tag team, run with it for a little bit, build it up, make them a legitimate heel tag team, you could say, and then give them an opportunity at the tag titles. If you just turn them heel, don't immediately put the tag titles on them. Coast with it for a little bit, let them become a substantial and good or great, whatever, heel tag team, and then at some point put the tag titles back on them.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I mean, again, it's the same goes for Rude and Chad Gable. Bobby Roode. You know, Bobby Roode's a good singles competitor. Yes,
Absolutely.
we've seen him in the past in really good tag teams,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. Beer money. But
Team Canada.
Team Canada, yes. So let's see what he can do again as a singles wrestler. He was already United States champion.
Yep.
So let's see if he can capture something else. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Intercontinental champion? Come on. But who knows what's going to happen? Like, I can't wait to see what they do. I would obviously like to see the Revival retain,
Yeah.
but I honestly don't know.
Another thing about it too is if they have turned Rude and Gable into a heel tag team, okay, we already know what the capabilities are of Bobby Roode as a heel. Just watch his work in NXT. It'll be interesting to see what fashion Chad Gable will be a heel. Because
Yeah.
they had him with Jason Jordan, and they put him with Bobby Roode as face tag teams. He's done very well as a face. They did have him do singles for a little bit, which was okay, but it's like, okay, he's a tag team wrestler, he's a good tag team wrestler. Put him with somebody and pick a tag team. So, it'll just be interesting to see the dynamics of Rude and Gable as a heel tag team.
Well, not that it makes any sense, but he'll be like the modern day Tatanka if he turns heel.
I guess.
$1 million corporation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna say the Revival retains.
Yeah.
The SmackDown Women's Championship, we have Asuka versus Mandy Rose.
You know, it seems really interesting that they're putting Mandy in the title picture because she's done very well. It just doesn't fully seem like she's done a lot to have earned a championship opportunity against Asuka. Like, okay, she had a match with her and she beat her. Big whoop.
Yeah, no, I understand. And I think that Sonya Deville would have been a much believable character to face Asuka.
Yeah.
I mean, different, well, basically similar styles. And I think with Mandy, I don't know how well she's going to do with Asuka.
Yeah.
I can't really see her as the SmackDown Women's Champion.
No.
But, who knows? I mean, Asuka is no longer the one that can say no one's ready for Asuka. No, you can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I do think that Asuka's gonna win on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I do too. Like, Mandy's a fairly good competitor. She's okay if you want to go that route as a heel,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't seem to be one, a right fit for Mandy to be champion, and two, the timing I don't think is right either.
No, it's basically one of those. Okay, you're under a superstar. Let's go.
Yeah.
And make this person the champion. But I don't think that's gonna happen on Sunday.
I don't either. I really don't.
I mean, like I said, I'd much rather have Sonya Deville, if they were going to go with somebody new, go up against Asuka.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to say Asuka.
Yeah. I mean, if they worked harder with Mandy and, you know, made her a character that you either liked or you don't like, and then have really good working and rivalry with Asuka, fine, but it just doesn't seem to be a very good fit. So I agree with Matt. I'm taking Asuka in this one.
Yeah. So now we go on to a 6-man tag match. We've got the Butler, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley
Yes.
versus the Shield.
Aye.
Returning Shield. And
Yep.
there's like mixed feelings about it. Like I kind of go, well, alright. So let's talk about, they're like the band Kiss, where they're off, they're on, they're off, they're on. They're retiring, they're not retiring. It's like, really, come on.
They're broken up, they're back together. They're broken up, they're back together.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's just kind of, unfortunate circumstances that happen, but
Yes.
yeah. So, you have Roman Reigns get into the ring last Monday. He's calling out Seth Rollins. He's like, look, life is short. We gotta get the band back together, so to speak.
Yeah.
And Seth hesitated, but he reluctantly agreed. So they called out Dean Ambrose. Of course, Elias came out and hit him with the guitar in the back.
Yeah.
So there's that. But, I think there's a very powerful message there, is that life is short.
Yeah.
You have no idea,
What day could very well be your last.
you have to do things then, there, and now.
Yeah.
Because bam, it's all gonna end. And that's exactly what you felt like on Monday,
Yeah.
with his speech.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that was pretty powerful. I'm gonna say the Shield, just because I don't really care for, except McIntyre, I don't care for Lashley or Corbin.
Yeah.
And it's a damn shame, because I really liked Corbin at one point.
Once they started doing the whole Constable Corbin thing with him, he just took a big dump downhill.
Yeah.
Lashley, they were off to a good start with him, but it was almost as if they went, okay, he's not really a good talker. The whole face thing doesn't seem to be working for him. Let's make him a heel. Let's put this little runt with him
Yeah.
and give him the Intercontinental title. I mean, that's worked out so far.
Well,
But-
yeah, and you know what? I think that Leo Rush is a great wrestler.
Oh, yes.
The fact that they fucking put him with Bobby Lashley, they could have put somebody else with Bobby Lashley as a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
But whatever, it is what it is, And they're finally calling out members from 205 onto the main roster, so
Yeah.
that's cool. With Leo Rush, I don't know how long he can be Bobby's mouthpiece. I can't say manager because that doesn't sound right to me,
Yeah.
but there it is. Yeah, Bobby can't talk worth shit, can't do a promo worth shit. So let's put him with a mouthpiece. Unfortunately, they put the 24-year-old piece of gold in the corner. I love Drew McIntyre. I understand why they made him a heel in the main roster, but
Right.
I just wish they would have kept him face for a little while longer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that McIntyre should get the title by the end of the year. I say that with a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah.
I say that with Braun Strowman. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
One thing that I found interesting and actually kind of funny was when they had that handicap match with Lashley and Leo and Balor. Leo's the one that ended up getting pinned, and so Lashley goes on a tirade and, does that sidewalk dominator Ron Simmons-esque spine buster move, and it's like, okay, maybe they might turn Lashley face again, but then, 5 minutes later called, oh, we'll have him go out with McIntyre and Corbin and have them beat up Strowman. So I was like, haha, fooled ya.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You thought we were going to do this? Well, yeah, we're going to do this instead.
Yeah, when they do that, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But there it is.
And, like, you can even tell the fans were wanting Lashley to get the 11 shit out of Leo, and he does that
Yeah.
spine buster move, and fans erupt and cheer, and then he goes and beats up Strowman with Corbin and McIntyre. Anyway, this match, I think it'll be good. It'll be very interesting. If the Shield wins, that's great. It'll be interesting to see what happens after that. If Lashley, Corbin, and McIntyre win, they might extend that out further. Just to make it like the Shield lost to these three, the Shield now gotta get redemption.
Yeah, that's true as well.
But again, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, once that's done, what do you do to keep the Shield together and find somebody else for them to wrestle? Or do you just go, okay, they lost to Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre, extend it out a little bit till they get a win and then separate them again? I don't know. I mean, it'd be great to see a longer reunion with the Shield. It'd be up to basically WWE to figure out what they're going to do with the Shield after this match, but in the meantime, honestly, I would like to see the Shield win. Just because.
Yeah, no, I do too. And I mean, here's an example. DX.
Yeah.
You had DX break up in 98. They get back together in 2000. I think it was. They became a heel stable again. Well, then they broke up. Then you had Shawn Michaels return, only to have a fake out reunion with Triple H. And then, this 2006, I guess, mature version of DX, if you will. And then, of course, they had the 1000 episode of Raw where DX opened the show, the whole crew. It was an off and on thing. So it's like, okay, I don't know why this is happening, but shit'll get off the pot. Like, seriously. I mean, this guy is recovered from leukemia again.
Yeah.
You have to figure out what you're gonna do, and when he said life is short, that's true. You gotta seize the moment. So I think that it was good that they turned Dean face again, because I don't know what the fuck they were gonna do with him.
Yeah, exactly.
And Seth, Seth basically has nothing to lose because he's already been, well, all three of them actually are, Grand Slam champions.
Oh, yeah.
So,
here's a potential. We'll see what happens later down the road, but you have the Shield back together for this match. Say you ride it out a little bit longer and then somehow work something in with the Shield in the match with Rollins and Lesnar? Potentially, maybe. We'll see what happens closer we get to WrestleMania, but it's just a thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Strowman said as soon as he wins the title, which he didn't. I won't even get into that. But he's like, okay, Roman gets first shot. And that was basically a shoot. That was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously that isn't happening right now, so I don't know what's going to happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Would it be cool to see a triple threat? Who knows? Like, I mean, there's a possibility you're going to see a triple threat for the Women's Raw Championship. So,
Yeah.
Have 2 Raw triple threat matches. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania, But I'm going to say the Shield's going to steal this one.
I think so.
I mean, there's been so many run-ins with Lashley, Corbin, and McIntyre, and they've been cleaning house, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I really want to see the Shield actually get a win on this one.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think they definitely deserve it.
Oh, absolutely.
So. Then we go on to Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch.
Oi.
And yeah. They've really turned Becky Lynch into a female Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
It's another kind of change from the past. Instead of Vince and Steve, we got Stephanie and Becky.
Yeah.
It's, kind of weird. But yeah, so Becky's injured. She was suspended for 60 days for putting her hands on a lot of security guards. So Ronda's like, alright, I'm relinquishing the title until you make things right. So she leaves the ring. Then, fucking Becky Lynch gets reinstated. So Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch have a nose-to-nose. And then you have fucking Ronda Rousey who's strutting down like she's a fucking madman, and she gets into the ring and she starts cleaning house and she beats up Becky Lynch. So now you have fucking Ronda Rousey's shooting on fucking radio, whatever, about professional wrestling and how fucking fake it is, yet she's the one that wants to have the match. Now, you have a fan that was a fan of wrestling. She loved professional wrestling. She wanted to be in the WWE. Well, she went in the WWE. She was the Raw champion. Well, now she's not the Raw champion because she fucking screwed herself by relinquishing it to Stephanie. So now she's the fucking guy that needs to be in. Who knows? So, will it be a triple threat at WrestleMania? Who knows? I don't know who's going to win this match on Sunday. So, I honestly want to say Becky Lynch, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this whole fucking scenario has been an absolute shit show. And it was not necessary from the start.
No, and that's shitty writing. That's very bad for your business. To have your new wrestler fucking leave the ring and not return until Becky Lynch gets reinstated.
Yeah.
And then, and now she's a heel apparently, so, we're gonna look forward to that.
Yeah.
But it's like, holy shit, no wonder she wants to leave. Or she made that fuss.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I like Becky Lynch, but I have a feeling she's not going to win.
I mean, as great of a rivalry as Becky and Charlotte has had, I could care less about this match. I really could.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Becky wins, it's a 3-way at Mania for the championship. Whatever. If it becomes that way, either give Becky the title back or have Ronda kick the living shit out of both of them, because it's just absolutely stupid what they've done.
Very much so. Vince McMahon needs to fucking retire because he's ruining his business. Whether that's the case, I don't know, but fuck, you're just causing more issues for your fucking program.
More or less.
But anyways, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say Becky.
I'm gonna say Becky because I really think Becky deserves another opportunity at the championship, and I don't really think Charlotte needs the championship again.
No, and that's the thing. Charlotte doesn't need the championship. Why? She's already been the champion.
Yeah, like 7 times.
You know? It's like fucking putting the title on fucking Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
When he doesn't even need it. He didn't even deserve it.
Right. I know.
Fuck. And he's not even in a fucking program.
Right.
Yeah, way to go, assholes. Anyways. Now you have a tag team championship rematch. The Usos versus Shane and The Miz. Who take this one?
Shane and the Miz and the Usos.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you got the Miz all upset because he cost his team the tag titles. Okay, fine. They pour their heart out to essentially get a rematch. Okay, cool. The match that they had at Elimination Chamber was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You got Shane coming off the top rope, putting himself in, I think it was Jimmy, through the table, which left Miz and Jay alone in the ring. And it really seemed like Miz was gonna do his damnedest to keep those titles, and it ended up being the Usos winning. I'm okay with that. I mean,
Yeah.
the Usos are a very good tag
A
team.
real tag team.
Anytime they've had the tag titles, it's been really good. And it'll be interesting to see what happens on Sunday. One thing that I found really funny was Jimmy and Jay talking about, you know, we won the tag titles. It's because of you. My dad's so proud of me. It's because of you. We won the tag titles. And it's just like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Just that where Rikishi come out and like, yeah.
You guys are my kids, right? You're my sons and you're doing this shit?
Yeah. Exactly. When did the Miz become such a puss? Like, seriously.
I really think it's WWE's way of doing their best to make Miz face.
Oh, yeah, well, that didn't work well the last time.
Yeah,
There's certain people that don't need to be face.
true.
You got the Miz, Taz, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna say the Usos are gonna retain.
I know when we did our Elimination Chamber prediction video, where I had made reference to Jimmy Uso's arrest, but it must not have made too much of a difference. They're the tag champions now.
Yeah, it's kind of a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, basically.
Unfortunately, I don't think he murdered anyone, so...
No.
Anyways, yeah, I'm still gonna say the Usos, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, could they stretch out the rivalry a little longer? I think so. Can you put the titles back on Miz and Shane? Potentially. I don't really think, though, that they're going to have the Usos hold the titles for a little over a month and then drop the titles again.
No.
And could they potentially do something with Miz and Shane as opponents some point down the road? Maybe, I don't know. I think, though, I'm gonna take the Usos on this one. As entertaining and interesting as it's been, what they've been doing with Shane and The Miz, right now, it's just... the right opportunity for the Usos to keep the tag titles and go on a run and see what happens.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've already been there for years now, and they've been champions for a long time.
Yeah.
So who knows? But anyways. So we go from 2 Samoans to 2 more Samoans. We've got the Tag Team Championship Women's match. We got the champions, the Hug and Boss Connection, versus the new Wild Samoans. I got female Wild Samoans.
Female Samoans.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We got, Bayley and Sasha versus Nia and Tamina.
Yes.
And again, I don't know why Tamina's still there. You know, it's kind of like, what are they doing with her? She's been in the business for fucking almost 11 years. Or maybe 11 years. And then they probably put the title on her once. I can't even remember that.
I don't think they've ever put any title on her
No,
at
I don't
all.
think so. I mean, the only good thing they did with her was put her with AJ Lee. It was like a Shawn Michaels Diesel tape thing.
Yeah.
Even that was, bullshit.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I want to see Tamina and Nia win this match.
Right.
I do think that the Boss and Hug Connection, because they are friends, they can go and have a good match.
Oh, yeah.
And they could probably win. But, with Tamina, put the belt on her. Put something on her. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with her, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
And then you look at Nia Jax, and like Seth Rollins, she's injured a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Intentionally or not. Well, I don't think it was intentional, but still.
No.
It's like, you gotta fucking, I don't even know. And that's difficult for me to even wrap my head around, but I'm gonna say the Samoans. I think that they're gonna dominate. If not, then, we'll see what'll happen with Bayley and Sasha, because I do think that they work together well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Would it be time to put a championship of some kind on Tamina? Yes. Is it the right time for Nia Jax and Tamina to be champions? Potentially. Again, it's one of those things where, the Usos have had the SmackDown tag titles for a little over a month. I don't see them dropping the tag titles just yet. I feel kind of the same way with Bayley and Sasha Banks. I don't really think the time is now to drop the titles off of them. However, with a team like Nia Jax and Tamina, boy, you are in for one hell of a ride.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, they can be dominant.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Okay. Who else can they wrestle? I don't know.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring in some more tag teams, hopefully, in the next while. I mean, and that's one thing I think we mentioned is that, God, the women's tag team championships. Alright, good. Now, what are you gonna do with them? Like, how many tag teams can you get?
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a matter of time before Io Shirai and Kairi Sane come to the main roster.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of others. I mean, we still got the 4 women of MMA.
Yes.
I think that's what, they might do with Ronda, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
That's
potentially.
Pretty good possibility.
Yeah.
But, this one's going to be a toss-up. I'm just going to say the Samoans are going to win. And now we go on to the main event. We have Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. You know, I put a lot of thought into this, and I was gonna do it because I thought injustice. I mean, I still hate the fact that it turned out like that, but you have Kevin Owens coming back, who didn't earn anything, and you willy-nilly just throw off Kofi Kingston. Just because. Well, now you're going to get a lot of people on Twitter saying that Vince McMahon is, well, we already know Vince McMahon is racist. But holy shit. Here's a guy that earned a championship match. Could you have given it to him? No. No, we have to have Kevin Owens come back. Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan. I'm sure that's going to be a good match. But, fuck, you know, this really bothers me. A guy who's a minority, and you take him out. And now you're going to have people talk. So, I was going to do it like I'm pretty much doing now, but the thing is, if you have Kofi Kingston wait till WrestleMania to have the match that he should have with whoever, Bryan or Kevin, who knows. But they did the same shit with Bryan. Okay, we got the yes movement going, we're going to put the title on him, then we're going to screw him over, then we're going to put the title on him, then we're going to screw him over. Then WrestleMania 30 happens, and they put the title on him. Well, they put 2 titles at the time. So, what's not to say, they're going to do that with Kofi. Now, whether or not they're going to keep the belt on Kofi for a while, I don't know. But it's high time that Kofi Kingston gets the championship. Because, holy shit, the guy's been in the business for a while, and he has amazed everybody. And singing the praises, you know, Shane and Stephanie, and this bullshit with old man Vince comes, and he says, oh, I want to see Kofi, and he's not going to wrestle on Fastlane. Okay. So, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad match, but I think that we're just being teased to see what's going to happen come WrestleMania. So, and that being said, Kevin Owens still should have waited after coming back. He's trying so hard to be a face, but I don't know what's going to happen. Also, what about Rick Rowan?
You know, you've got a guy that's coming back from a double knee surgery, which is pretty extensive, and you've got the fans on his side. He's become a face. We'll see how that goes. And he comes back, and you immediately thrust him in the championship picture. Meanwhile, you've got a guy like Kofi Kingston, who is one of the best performers in WWE today. He's been with the company for 11 years. He's grinded, he's pushed, he's scratched, he's clawed, he's fought. He's been Intercontinental Champion, he's been United States Champion, he's been a Tag Team Champion.
Multiple times.
He's had ridiculously awesome saves from elimination in the Royal Rumble. He did kind of a good one this year. He went for over an hour and a gauntlet match pre-Elimination Chamber. You go into the Elimination Chamber. He has a fantastic showing. It's him and Daniel are the last 2 in the chamber. It was an amazing performance. The fans are behind Kofi. And you say you're gonna listen to your fans, and then you fuck them over by putting Kevin Owens in the match after coming back of a double knee surgery? What are you idiots thinking? Yes, Kevin Owens is a good wrestler. Yes, he's a good performer. Okay, he's been Universal Champion. Can you put the WWE Championship on him? Absolutely. Now's not the time.
No.
You want to see the match with Kofi and get the fans rocking behind him and put it up to WrestleMania? Why? Take advantage of the opportunity while you got it. It's right there in your hands, and yeah, throw it all away for nothing. You absolutely screwed yourselves by taking Kofi out of the match, putting Kevin Owens in, and then you want to maybe give Kofi a shot at Daniel for the championship of WrestleMania? Why? It's pointless.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I mean, that's kind of what I thought. The point is that, okay, you give the man the match. You give the man the title at Fastlane. What do you do with him?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, what are you going to do? No, I mean, Kofi. Same thing with Kevin. What are you going to do with Kevin? I mean, you have a guy like Kofi Kingston who is on the top, and you just put him right back into the middle.
Exactly.
You know.
And I mean, okay, say they had the match with Daniel and Kofi at Fastlane. And say you give the title to Kofi at Fastlane. You could very easily build it up more, keep a rivalry going between Kofi and Daniel, and then maybe work it into WrestleMania. I know they're doing away with the whole, automatic rematch clause thing, which I kind of agree with because it was getting redundant. Automatic rematch, okay. You have an automatic rematch. You take advantage of it. We're going to lose. Move on. You don't faster over the same championship, the same rivalry over and over again. If you want to have somebody face a champion for the championship again, do it at some point down the road. That being said, putting Kevin Owens in that spot with Daniel Bryan, he's kind of becoming a face. I get it. Does he deserve an opportunity at the championship? Not right now. And yeah, if you do put the title on Kevin at Fastlane, do you make it Kofi against Kevin for the title? Kofi trying to get redemption for always taking a spot at Fastlane for the championship? Do you have Daniel try and get a rematch with Kevin for the title? Do you make it a three-way, which really wouldn't make a lot of sense? What do you do? Do you, or even do you, keep the title on Bryan, and then hopefully he gets a match with Kofi at Mania, and then maybe at some point reintegrate Kevin in there. I don't know. It's just the opportunities are vast. It's just the way they went about it was all wrong.
No,
all wrong.
I definitely agree with you. And once again, I knew that this was going to happen. Deep down, I knew this was going to happen. Because I've watched videos, I've seen it, written down. Black guys in the business, yes, I don't care. They have not given the WWE title. And you're going to sit there and you're going to go, well, yeah, but The Rock is also half Samoan.
True.
So.
How about Booker T?
World champion, not WWE champion.
It's a championship.
Well, it's a championship, sure. It's not the WWE Championship. It
I know that.
It doesn't have the WWE Championship logo brand on it. The World Championship, okay. If you want to go there, you can. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have a pure black WWE champion. And to me, that sucks. You had Iranian champion, an Irish champion, a Mexican champion.
Okay, you want to talk about not having a pure black WWE champion? Hell, they've never had a pure fucking Japanese heavyweight champion or
Nope.
WWE champion.
No, you know, you fuck the dog with Nakamura. Once again,
Yeah.
you know, you guys have no respect. That's the problem. You guys have no respect. Vince has no respect for ethnic people or anything like that because of whatever. And it's a bullshit that needs to stop right fucking now. You could have put the title on Kofi.
Oh, absolutely.
But nope, we have to go with Kevin Owens. Why? Because, for some reason, well, we don't know why. Well, you know, pick one. Let's pick one.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's not the fucking point. So, okay, you have Kofi go all the way to WrestleMania. You think, oh, he's gonna win the title. That's gonna be so fucking cool. What happens now? Well, he's gonna win the title at WrestleMania. They're gonna find somebody to screw him. They'll have him lose on SmackDown or some shit. They're gonna find a way to fuck up in the ass because of him, because of who he is, and that's a guarantee. And so, I don't know what to say at this point
Yeah.
because here's a guy that does deserve a championship match, and then you're right, Kevin Owens doesn't deserve the match because he just came in.
Yeah.
But Vince is so fucking retarded that he has to have Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan in the match at Fastlane. How long do you plan on milking this shit?
And I mean, you can go back to what I said post Elimination Chamber. Kofi Kingston, the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber and at the Elimination Chamber, proved that he is still one of the top, very best singles performers in WWE right now. Yes, he's with the New Day, and yes, he's several tag matches and not very many singles matches, but give Kofi the spotlight and he'll work with it and do some amazing stuff. So you're telling me that all of that means absolutely nothing as far as the championship goes, and you're gonna go, oh well, this guy's extremely popular, but so is this guy. We'll give him a title opportunity and not him. Like, come on, give me a break.
Might as well fuck off to AEW. That's all I'm fucking saying.
Yeah.
But as for now, I'm gonna say Kevin Owens. You already invested him in the match.
As much as I have fairly strong feelings about this whole save the planet, you know, do your part, reduce your carbon footprint, whatever you want to say, use that as a heel tactic. As strong as an opinion I have about that, I would honestly like to see Daniel keep the title and then see where it goes from there.
No, I just hate that fucking title. But yeah, I guess you can say that. Talk about disrespecting the title, by the way. I mean, I'm glad they fucking revamped it, but holy fucking bland shit.
Jesus Christ, a friggin' 10th grader in high school could do better in Woodstock class than what they did with that
The
lousy piece of shit.
the fetus in university could do better.
Shut up.
I know. That was fun.
Going back to something else. On Raw, you had Seth Rollins try and convince Dean Ambrose to join the Shield. Well, there's something that he said that I believe is the truth. It doesn't matter whether it's Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose in matches, in a rivalry, whatever, or even Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose working together as a tag team and the Shield or whatever. The two of them together is magic.
Oh yeah.
Absolute magic.
No, I agree with that. You know, I think they don't get enough credit.
No.
I mean, like I said, they're both Grand Slam champions, and
Yeah.
so it's like they definitely put on good matches. And then it's unfortunate that Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose didn't have the proper match they should have at WrestleMania.
True.
But to see these two guys have fantastic, okay, that's pushing it, have really good matches,
Yeah.
you know, it just seems like we'll see how far that goes.
Yeah.
But to keep having the blatant switch on who's heel and who's face
Yeah,
just
really.
doesn't, you know, appeal to me anymore. So, you know, it's like shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
I know that the Shield can't stay together forever, but
Yeah.
there has to be some kind of line.
And I mean, you even look at when the Shield split the first time and Seth turned on them. Him as a heel worked very, very well. You know, the whole authority and, you know, him winning Money in the Bank, cashing it in on Roman and Brock at WrestleMania, and all this other stuff worked very well. Dean as a heel, it was interesting. It was kind of entertaining. The cheap shots he took were pretty good. Other than that, it was like, honestly, I kind of preferred Seth over Dean as a heel.
Well, yeah, it also... Oh, yeah, so you have Dean Ambrose and Chronicle.
Yeah.
And you see how pissed off he is. He doesn't seem like he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to see him at Walmart.
Yeah, really.
You know, here is a guy that took himself seriously as a wrestler going to CCW and Florida Championship Wrestling, and then, you know, whatever. You go over to WWE and they eventually give him these shitty storylines.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna give you a plant. We're gonna call it Blanche. You're gonna put condiments on, you know, whoever it was. You know.
You kind of go down to the ring with a hot dog cart.
Yeah.
Start spraying people with ketchup and mustard and throwing food at people and all this other stuff.
Like you talk about Ronda Rousey doing a shoot on WWE. I'm surprised Dean sticked around as long as he did.
Yeah, true.
Just realized that sticked around wasn't more.
Stuck around?
Stuck around.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, this has been a really entertaining show.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's fun. Before we go, we should talk about next week. Where we're watching this right now, there's actually a double show, it seems. The Philadelphia Spectrum, WWF, is January 1st, 1980.
12th.
12th,
Right.
1980.
Yep.
I think it's really cool, and it's not really a pay-per-view, but we should definitely look in depth into it next week.
Yeah, we've done look back at previous pay-per-views, but I think maybe we should look further back into past wrestling events, whether it be from the Philadelphia Spectrum or the Boston Garden or
Maple Leaf Gardens.
Maple Leaf Gardens or wherever.
Yeah. I mean, during a full show, like Superstars
Yeah.
from 1992, which I really enjoyed as a kid, it's kind of like, it's interesting to see, but I don't think it's worthy of really doing a full review. I mean, we could talk about the wrestlers
Yeah.
back then, but yeah, this one to me seems to definitely be something to look into. So yeah, that'll be next week's video, and yeah, we'll talk about what else.
Also, just quickly before we close this one out, I know Matt did a video on this not that long ago, but I thought I would put in my thoughts, opinions on what recently happened. The passing of King Kong Bundy.
Yep.
61 years old. He's one of those guys that was a fairly good wrestler. Definitely a very good big man for the business. He's the one that you could say originated the 5 count.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that in there.
And that Big E adapted later when he was in NXT. But something that I thought of when I watched your video talking about it is, I would say King Kong Bundy was probably one of the more underrated big men in the business.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was in WWE, he wrestled in Texas. I'm not quite sure where else he wrestled previous to that, but maybe when he was in other promotions he held a championship of some kind, but never really got much of an opportunity at championships in WWE, which is really unfortunate. But I mean, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, that guy definitely was one of those. He should have had the WWE title.
Yeah.
You know, you have the match at WrestleMania in the steel cage with Hogan. And
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even win that one. So, I mean,
Yeah.
being a part of the Heenan family,
Yes.
you know, and not even getting a title shot, you know, like Andre had many title shots.
Yeah.
But even coming back and, like I said, mention, you know, facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania 11, going
Yeah.
on to other things and stuff. And, I mean, the guy definitely should have been in the title picture, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
What was his real name again?
Oh, shit.
They'll just do this. Thoughts to his family, his
Yeah.
friends. Very unfortunate loss to the wrestling business. He'll be missed. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, that being said, this is me, Matt, and there's Killer Kyle, and yeah, we'll see you next week. That was a fun video.